Gotta love Pat Martino. And yes, that did not sound anything like Pat Martino, but Pat Martino was a brilliant musician and I think even a more brilliant teacher. So, by way of example, one of the things I've been working on, again, I think I've done a couple of videos about this, is really using the diminished chord as a parental form. This is a really nice, easy way for you to get access to an increased chord vocabulary, for lack of a better word. So in this instance, we're going to use the parental form of the diminished starting on the second fret. So it's going to look like this, right? So we're basically going to use the string groups G, B, D, and E string. So right here. All right. So if you look at this on the second fret, you got E, that's your fret right here. B flat, third fret. Second fret, C sharp right here. Third fret, G. So these four notes, and this chord can be thought of as a E diminished. This could be considered the root as a B flat diminished. This can be considered a root as a C sharp diminished. G as a G diminished. All right. So for the purposes of this exercise, I'm going to call this an E diminished. Okay, and that's going to be the parental form. So, but if you move the same chord up 3 frets from the second fret up here to the 5th fret, the exact same notes magically appear. So you've got, in this case, the E is going to appear here on the 5th fret. That's the B flat on the 6th fret. C sharp right here, and G right here. So this and this are the same chord. So let me show this out here. 2nd fret, 5th fret. So this is an E diminished. This is also an E diminished, a B flat, C sharp, or G diminished, however you want to call it. If you move up 3 more frets again, you're going to end up on the 8th fret right here. That's also, and by the way, all these things are as inversions. Same notes reappearing, but in different order. 3 frets up. Boom. Now we're on the 8th fret as the parent right here. That's a B flat right there. That's the E. Right here, it is the G. Right here is the C sharp. If we go 3 frets up again, now we end up on the 11th fret. Exact same thing happens as an inversion. And it could be, again, thought of as a diminish of all the 4 notes I've been saying again. So in this case, the E is right here. Okay. This is the C sharp. This is the G. And that's the B flat. Okay. Let's go back to that first inversion. And this is where the parental form starts taking place. So you've got this. If you lower the root, in this case, E, what you end up is a dominant 7th, okay? And it's going to be called what you end up with. So in this case, we got E, we lower it, that's E flat. Everything else stays the same. So this is now an E flat dominant 7th. All right, so now if we go back to the 5th fret right here, let's find our E again. We lower it here to E flat, Everything else stays the same. That's an E flat dominant 7. Okay, so you've got now from here E diminished, E flat dominant 7, E diminished, E flat dominant 7. Okay, we go to the 8th fret. Let's find the E again. Here, we flatten that. This is an E flat dominant 7. Right here, that's the E flat right here. I'm sorry, that's the E. We're gonna flatten it, E flat dominant 7. So all of these are inversions of that just by lowering one of the notes on that parental form of the diminished. So in this case, E flat dominant 7, E flat dominant 7, E flat dominant 7, E flat dominant 7. So little things like that might make your head hurt, but all of a sudden your whole chord vocabulary opens up. And by the way, I just did it with the E as the root. You can do that with all of that. You can do that with all the notes. You can do that with the G. You can do that with the C sharp, and you can do that with the B flat. And that's going to give you all the different inversions of that. So again, Pat was brilliant. Practice, practice, and practice some more. This stuff is not rocket science. Once you get a couple of this thing under your fingers, for lack of a better word, it's going to help you just in terms of your creativity and your playing. So I know sometimes it feels difficult when you start doing this kind of stuff. It feels like it's more like you're going to school, but eventually it'll become second nature and you don't even think about it. You'll just know where to find some of these nice chords. Let's put it that way. All right then. Practice, 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 and practice some more.